6 of the greatest MLB video games of all time. Before we start, I'd want you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Homer Hub. At least until the real thing returns, perhaps the best way for Major League Baseball fans to get their fix is to boot up a baseball video game. There have been hundreds of those over the years, but there are 10 in particular, not all of which are affiliated with MLB, that deserve a place among the all-time greats of the genre. With that said, here are 6 of the best MLB video games. Number 1. Wii Sports. Because it was included with the system itself at launch, Wii Sports was the first experience that many gamers had with the Nintendo Wii, and simple though the game was, it made an immediate impression. That gets at just how effectively Wii Sports demonstrated the Wii's groundbreaking motion controls. Buttons and joysticks no longer drove gameplay. Specifically, players had to mime throwing and swinging motions in order to pitch and hit. Granted, this was better in theory than it was in execution. Tennis and golf minigames were more fun to play than the baseball one, which suffered from inconsistent translation of motion to results and less than realistic baseball action. The baseball end of Wii Sports was worth it for the dingers. The thrill of swinging, hearing the crack of the bat and watching the flight of the ball was and still a pretty good stand-in for the real thing.
Foul ball.
Number 2. RBI Baseball. We're not talking about any of the RBI Baseball games that have come out since Major League Baseball rebooted the series in 2014. To put it lightly, none of them are particularly good. We're talking, of course, about the OG RBI Baseball. Though it wasn't the first game of its kind, it was notably the first console game to be officially licensed by the Major League Baseball Players Association. As such, it was the first to use the names and likenesses of real players. Moreover, players' in-game abilities lined up with those of the real-world counterparts. Nolan Ryan and Roger Clemens threw hard, Vince Coleman ran fast, Darryl Strawberry hit hard. Accordingly, gamers could truly live vicariously through their favourite players for the first time. Though the original RBI Baseball is certainly dated now, it still has a certain something that's been missing from the reboot series. As Chris Getz might vouch, it might be that there's just no beating the classic game's delightful theme music. Number 3. Baseball Simulator 1000. People don't talk about this game, and I'm not sure anyone else remembers it, but this NES port for Japan's Chujin Ultra Baseball pretty much set the tone for how I would watch the sport for the rest of my life. That is, with complete and utter disappointment. How could the real thing ever live up to spinning tornado-style batters or pitches thrown so fast they burn into flames? It was surely a blast and an entertaining game. Number 4. Base Wars. Base Wars existed in a universe where human baseball players were replaced by cybernetic robot warriors. Do you really need to know more? For an NES game, it boasted some pretty complex gameplay mechanics. The best part of the game, inarguably, was the robot battles that occurred whenever there was a close call. In my opinion, this is the future of the MLB. Number 5. MLB The Show. It's difficult to rank a game currently in production. Not only does it lack the golden hue of nostalgia as you think back to days of sitting around with your friends, but there are always things you want a game to have and you hope the next version will address. It's tough to find flaws in The Show. It's by far the most robust, technologically advanced game ever made. There's every mode available under the sun, including the ability to create yourself and work your way up from the minors. The gritty, gutsy dream nearly every fan has. There are online models and leagues, and you can play in classic stadiums or with iconic legends. The Show has taken something from every other game on the list to become the juggernaut. In 2021, the game will be available on systems other than PlayStation, and that's going to open it up to a whole new wealth of fans too. It's a hard game to top. Number 6. Backyard Baseball. Based merely on conversations I've had with people in my life, the number of people who found backyard baseball as a gateway into the sport surely numbers into the millions. Bright colours and simple, fun gameplay combined to create one of the best baseball games ever invented, especially for young fans who might not have a deep connection to a team or big league player. While later versions of the game had actual major leaguers take part, including Chipper Jones, Nomar Garciaparra and Ken Griffey Jr., among others, none have topped the popularity of Pablo Sanchez. He may be the greatest and most beloved fictional baseball player ever created, and that includes people like Crash Davis, Benny the Jet Rodriguez, and Ray Hobbs. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss out on any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen, because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.